Good evening, magic miscreants. Risen Dragon here with another really cool deck tech for you. This is an Izzet Flyers build, and this is a deck that I've been working on for quite a while, actually. This is a deck that I think it really has some potential in this meta, the upcoming meta with Strixhaven, with a bunch of the cool flyers that they've got coming in. I think this is a really cool deck to experiment with, and I think that it's a deck that really could do some damage. So especially at a lower level, we're in bronze, so I mean it's one of those things where it's like, you're playing rogues. You see rogues every now and then, which is mainly the meta. You see mono red. It actually works pretty well in this deck, so let's get into it. Alright, first thing we got, we only got one drop, which is Merfolk Windrobber. It's pretty cool, gives us some mill, which is always fun. Lofty Denial, some counter spells. This deck does run two counter spells, Lofty Denial and Didn't Say Please. So there's Lofty Denial, Didn't Say Please. Mainly the reason we're running those is the fact that we want some control in this deck, and we want to be able to kind of dictate the pace of the game. Alright, also both those spells feed into this young lady, or this thing right here, Dorat the Perfect Pet, also known as Sprite Dragon. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, put a +1/+1 counter on Sprite Dragon. Omen of the Sea gives us some draw, gives us some scry. I think this is a pretty good card to have. Again, it feeds into this, plus it gives us some draw. Gives us some a little bit of an advantage there. Gotta have Brazen Borrower in this deck. Any deck with flying, any blue deck really has to have Brazen Borrower. I mean, this thing is just beast. I mean, you can return a non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Plus, it's a 3/1 flyer with flash. It can only block creatures with flying, but that's okay because it's still a 3/1 flyer, and it's a really good one at that. Phoenix of Ash is another good one too, because this is one that can, you can pump this up. It escapes. It can do a bunch of damage. All right. Behold the Multiverse. Now this one I was like, do I put this one in? This is one that can kind of trade off with, say, like a Mystical Dispute or a Scorching Dragonfire. I really think that, flexibility, versatility index is kind of the way I go. But again, this does give us options. If we're screwed on mana, then we can foretell it, then we can scry and draw two, and it feeds into the Sprite Dragon. I think it's a good card to have in our deck. Goldspan Dragon, our finisher. I mean, really, you can't run. This is basically one of the best cards, if not the best card in Standard right now. I really do think that. So, again, with Goldspan Dragon, again, whenever it attacks, it becomes the target of a spell, create a treasure token, and it can pump up in 2 mana. So, I mean, just a really great card to have. You saw how it did in our Rakdos deck, where it fed into the various elements of the sacrifice build there. Let's see some sideboard here. Stern Dismissal, just in case they're running some creatures we don't like. Confounding Conundrum. Again, one if they're running like Fabled Passage and stuff. Scorching Dragonfire. This is a sideboard card. Main reason being that, again, in a control build, this card kind of stinks, and I don't like it. So, with Scorching Dragonfire, it just gives us that flexibility. Same goes with Mystical Dispute, same goes with Storm's Wrath. So again, this is a deck that I've been, working on for a while, and I hope you all enjoy it. And let's play through some games. Again, we'll do a best of 1, and then we'll do a best of 3 matchup, and we'll do a deck tech at the very end just to summarize everything. So, see you kids on the flip side. We're in our best of 1 matchup against Voluptum. I think we're going to keep this one. Hopefully we'll draw into another blue source so we can cast Didn't Say Please. But Temple of Epiphany, we need land. Okay, I'm guessing Gilded Goose. against mono green? That'd be interesting. Okay, fun stuff. So I think we play this. There's no point in attacking, but we can counter, in theory, whatever they're coming up with next, which I'm guessing could be something pretty big. Path to the World Tree. Yeah, I'll let that one slide. Yeah, we're not doing that again. Not gonna let you ramp. Not gonna let you ramp this time, kid. Ooh, yeah, there's some nasty stuff in there. And I think we just do the same next turn with the almighty Brushwag, huh? There we go, okay, well. I think we just hold up the... almighty Brushwag can get out of hand, but... like I said, we've got the counter. And then we can... Let's see what we can do. Beanstalk Giant. Well, guess what? Nope. So they've got some interesting stuff. Yeah, the Brushwag gets in for... Okay, well, guess what? Now we get a Goldspan Dragon, but is this going to be... What could they possibly have here? That's alright, here we go. They create a food token. Create a treasure token. I'm guessing they've got Kogla or something big coming in. Ashaya. Oh no, that's no fun. Don't think I like that one too much. They can really ramp into some stuff now. Oof. So the Brushwag's gonna come in. But, okay, Von Tress. I think, yeah, we do that anyway, but we're not gonna have... Actually, yeah, we do have enough. We do have enough, I think. We can overcome this, I think. So long... Yeah, there we go. We got them. Excellent. Good way to start off. And we rank up. Yes, Queen. Alright. And we are against Nibbly. We will play first. I think we keep this. The reason being is with Lofty Denial, even though we don't have we're not going to have a flyer on our first turn, we can still use it as a counter to counter anything small. So I think that that's a good play. And speaking of flyers, we can certainly take that. See what Mr. or Ms. or they Nibbly is against. Okay, are we against an Azorius build here? I'm guessing we are. So I think what we're gonna do is see what they're playing. Nope. That's a no thank you. Come again next time. Play a Wind Wabba. And we'll go from there. We'll hold up the 2 mana just to give them maybe a false sense of security. Who knows? Birth of Meletus. Okay, well, I am going to cast Omen of the Sea. Yeah, don't really need that. I could use that, though. And we will use the... So they're looking for a basic Plains card in their library. Will get shuffled. And it will hold up the Brazen Borrower simply because... I mean, their defender 0/4 is not going to matter too much because it doesn't have reach. So in reality, I think we can just kind of see what they can do, and you can go from there. Well, that'll help. I think we just swing. There we go. Alright, so we mill a card. We're going to hold up again, just to... I think also, too, we can throw down the Brazen Borrower. If they decide they want to get, like, a little cheeky and stuff, like, say, Arcanist's Owl, what we can do here is we can bounce them. I'm just going to bounce them back. I'm not a huge fan of that. Because what we do next is throw down our Goldspan Dragon, and that can really do some damage. Quite literally. But anyways, let's see what we do. Okay, we don't even have to spend the... We don't even have to spend that, because we can just throw this down. And if they decide they want to, you know... Okay, well, they gain 2 life, but that's okay. I'll let them sack that. That's alright. Now, if they're playing stuff like Shatter the Sky or Doomscar... well, maybe Shatter the Sky, I'm thinking. Arcanist's Owl, we certainly can say, yep, we're good. Top 4 cards, Reveal Artifact or Enchantment. That's a pretty beastly card, especially if you use it. I actually find it works really good in a mono blue build, believe it or not. Capture Sphere. I don't think I like that too much. Really, I hope we draw into a counter here. We don't, which is going to stink. But anyways, we can just throw this down. Return them back. Boom. A mill a card. I think we use the Scry, simply because I really need to find one of our counters, which we didn't find. That's okay. Not that it would have done anything anyways, but Capture Sphere, I'm guessing that's going to have... And that's okay, because what we do next is just, you know, we simply throw this down. And we throw this down. Luckily, we don't have mana burn anymore, or else that would have been, you know, a real problem for us. So really, did they gain anything from this? I don't know. Certainly, I don't think they did. But, because Dorat's coming in, and I don't know if I meant to do that, but yeah, it's all good. Alright, here we go. So they've got Fatal unless they can really... Yeah, they've got Fatal unless they... We've got Fatal next turn if they can't do anything. So... I gotta wonder. Yeah, I wonder what their plan is here. Pacifism, sure. I almost have to wonder if we need to play Stern Dismissal in our next thing. They're debating... I mean, unless we top deck something. Now, if we top decked another Goldspan Dragon, that would be most good. Didn't need to. Alright. So, right there you can see kind of how... I think we're going to keep things as they are. Although, part of me... You know what? I'm going to do the 1000 IQ play here. Let's do Stern Dismissal. Let's throw that in. Simply because if they're going to play effects that are targeting our creatures, like a Capture Sphere or Pacifism, that certainly is going to be a good card to have. And also, I didn't see any counter spells there, so have to wonder. Alright, well, this one we keep, because we can throw down... Actually, I think we throw down Fabled Passage right off the bat and get our... Nope, not that. There we go. Let's get our Mountain in there so we can, throw Embereth down without it coming in tapped. And Embereth's a good card to have in this deck as well because, where we are so aggressive. What in the world? Okay. That's a new one. I'm not sure what... Okay. Interesting. Part of me wants to throw down another pet. Just see if they have a counter here. No, they don't. Okay. Alright, well... Granted, we're not against... I don't think this is an optimal deck. I gotta wonder if it's like Azorius Enchantments or something like that. Shambling Suit. It's gotta be Azorius Artifacts. It's gotta be Azorius Artifacts. That's the only thing I can think of. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna cast Omen of the Sea. We're going to scry a few here. We're gonna ditch that. I'm gonna cast this. Sprite Dragons are getting mighty big. And with the Goldspan Dragon coming down next, I think we're in good shape. Unless they have not Banishing Light. Yeah, that's no fun. However, okay, well, so here's what we do. Ready? So we turn them to his hand because at least this way they have to recast it again. And if they decide to throw down a Goldspan Dragon, we've simply got another one in there that we can throw down because, again, you get a treasure token every time they banish into Fable. Okay, well that's... They don't control an artifact. Okay. And you're dead. I'm not sure what that plan was there, but you're just dead. I mean, you can attack with the Serval. Yeah, that must have been a misplay. Yeah, it must have been a misplay. So we're up to Bronze Tier 1, and let's go into some post-mortem, and we'll go from there. Alright, so we're here in this post-mortem for our Izzet Flyers build. Now, granted, I don't think that the decks we played against were like your meta decks. I mean, clearly they work for the people that were piloting them, because they must have. I mean, because our last opponent was in silver and was piloting what looked like to be an Azorius Artifacts build that just really didn't pop off the way that they wanted it to. But that being said, I mean, I think that the potential for this deck is there, and I think honestly that with some tweaks, I think this would be a good deck. I really think Behold the Multiverse is not the card we're looking for here in this build. I think maybe something along the lines of, like, say, a Scorching Dragonfire or a Stern Dismissal. But again, I think that it does come in handy. But honestly, I've been trying to make this deck work for quite a while, and finally I think I figured it out. So what I'm going to do at this point is wish you all a good day. Please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Until next time, may all your draws be godlike. May all your spells hit the board. Risen Dragon is out. Enjoy.